Colby, do you know where I'd be if I was a podcast?
No, Barry. Where
With
would you be?
with two adorable middle-aged gentlemen. I'm not even middle-aged yet. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches It. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second month of Colby's month.
Yeah, second week of
second
I
week.
used to be a secret agent.
Sorry, I said second month.
Retired secret agent. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I try to get out, but they keep pulling me back in.
Right.
Where is that from? Is that from The Godfather?
It sounds so familiar, but I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like something Joe Pesci said.
Yeah, right.
Maybe it's from My Cousin Vinny. I can't remember though. Someone's like screaming at
It'll
the
be a
radio.
casino,
now.
right?
Oh.
Is that the one he was?
Oh, I don't know. I remember the quote in my head.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe our German listeners are gonna be like, "Yeah, you idiots! It's this movie." Because we have. Hey, thank you for listening to us from Frankfurt, Germany.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, it's the second week of Colby's month. I used to be secret agent, and it's as I was watching this movie, I was like, I think a lot of this month is gonna be like this, where it's gonna be kind of like a pretty flat recap, because it's a lot of chasing,
Right.
a lot of running away, and a lot of fights. But it's a fun time though. Yeah, it's just hard to describe. That's the only issue. This one was a little bit more flat. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of chasing.
Right.
But
straightforward.
Yeah. So let's get into our Rhyme Fest for this. This one's you'll see. Decommissioned but not lazing about. In Europe with his daughter, trying to reroute their strained relationship. While balancing work, he's always late like a jerk. Until his company disappears out the blue, he's flipped the switch, but his kid has no clue of what's going on. He's on a mission, but she feels displaced. Let's see what happens in 2012's Erased. I had to finish it strong.
Right.
This was almost more Shakespearean sonnet, kind of. Very Emily Dickens.
More poetic.
It's like slam poetry. Yeah. His kid has no clue of what's going on. One of my favorite scenes, like probably of improv, was like Jonah Hill in the 22nd Jump Street.
Yes.
Where he's like, Cynthia died for our sins. Oh man, but yeah, let's we're talking about the 2012 foreign film. I feel like it is foreign because I recognized zero studios of when the thing was happening. Erased, starring in almost like very career-wise, very jumbled like Nicolas Cage, right? Aaron Eckhart.
Right.
It's like he should be a bigger star. He's still recognizable.
Right, definitely. But
he's picked very odd roles for himself, which I'm like happy.
He's like an A minus. So when they have like a movie that's got a big budget and they're like, we're looking for an A actor, I think he always just gets eked out. Like it's like
he's like, we could just afford an Aaron Eckhart.
Who's it taken? Was it
Liam Neeson?
Liam Neeson's up for this one. Sorry, Aaron. Harrison Ford wants to play it. Sorry, Aaron.
Oh, he's like, it's like he's varsity, but he's like on the bench.
Yeah.
He's not starting
five.
five.
He made the team.
Yeah, he made this team, but he's just on the bench.
He's got the jacket, the letter, but he just doesn't get as much play time.
Yeah, he's like the Jason Tatum of the USA Olympic squad, you know? Or freaking Tyrese Halliburton, because like the dude's been in big stuff. He's been in freaking Batman,
right?
As Harvey Dent,
right?
Good
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
he was a good Harvey Dent. You know, he was like in Love Happens, which was like huge for women.
Right. I enjoyed I, Frankenstein. I thought that was a very interesting take on the.
Oh yeah, that would have been a great
story.
That would have been a great way to kick off like the whole dark universe if they started with I, Frankenstein. You got to go campy with those movies. Don't go big budget Tom Cruise. No, go Aaron Eckhart.
Right. You had said that you thought this was foreign film. It is called Erased, but it is called Erased here in America. Everywhere else that it was released, it was called The Expatriate. So if anybody,
that makes a lot of sense too.
Anybody was like, "Hey, this sounds a lot like this movie Expatriate I saw," it's the same thing.
I know. I was gonna say you could have Andrew Molina as Dracula or the Wolfman. I don't know for the monster universe. No, but it's also starring Liana Liberato, who is I think most known for her now mostly known for her role in Scream 6.
Right.
You know.
I was surprised that she's not in more because she seemed like a very strong daughter figure in this.
Yeah, but I think it's because of like she has a very tough exterior. Like she doesn't look like, oh no, I'm a damsel in distress. She looks like, oh, no one's gonna come save us, so I'm gonna save us. She just looks not like in a bad way. Not it's like a bad way to look too tough, but
like she could be like the head cultist in like a witch movie. like
oh yeah, like she could be like an American Horror Story Coven.
Yeah.
She has like a certain badassness to her, which I feel like has worked against her in getting like those teenage roles, or she's always playing a bully or something like that.
Right, because then she doesn't have quite that fit look to be like the Laura Croft heroine kind of.
Or even like she looks like she's a badass. Like in like Asia they call it like girl crush. We're like, oh, that girl, she looks so cool. She looks so tough.
Right.
You know, and they're still beautiful women. It's just they have a different aura. And I think that's the same with her. You know,
she might be one of those ones that has to pull off a bad guy.
Oh, that would be too easy for her.
Yeah.
To do the bad guy stuff. And then we also have Garrick Hagen, who's one of the fighter pilots from Star Wars.
From the original. Yes.
From A New
I've
Hope.
seen him in a few things, but no, I would never have put those two pictures together.
In my head, I was like, the guy looks so familiar, and I had to look up his IMDb, and I was just like, oh my god, all I had to do was put a mustache on him.
Yep.
Oh man. But no, yeah, so like this movie is kind of filled with a bunch of like you might know these people kind of actors, but yeah, I would say Aaron Eckhart and his daughter are probably going to be the biggest ones that you're definitely going to recognize.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his name. Red 3. Biggs.
Biggs. Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, let's get into this movie. So we start off, we're in Europe.
Right.
In Germany, I believe, right? Or Austria. Wherever Brussels is.
Brussels, yes.
Listen, Europe, tell me where Paris is in America. Right?
They're like, Paris is not in America.
I know. Right? We also have a London here. Tell me where that is without Googling it, all right?
Right.
But no, we are in the midst of what looks like a heist. for some sort of cylinder type of container in this facility that holds a bunch of cylinder containers.
Right, right.
And
Yeah, I like it just without any knowledge. I'm like, they're stealing like some kind of like nuclear core,
right,
some fuel
plutonium
cell.
for their DeLorean.
Yeah, yep.
And and so and the super just a one man team. This guy comes in, shoots everybody up, like another and then as soon as he gets out, motorcycle comes through, picks up the merchandise.
Yep.
And then he gets on a different bike.
Package.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then like all of a sudden, this one guy in a car is looking at it, and it's like this cylinder, futuristic looking container, and then all of a sudden we see in Langley, Virginia, somebody is calling him by the name of Anna. So we're like, oh, this is an American job. So you're like, what pretty exciting opening. But then we cut over to a man whose body is scarred up.
Yes.
Not like
yes.
Yeah, not like the cool looking scars too. It's like battle scar. What was it? I forgot what they're called. Kegels.
Right. Like the lumpy bumpy scars.
Yeah, not like oh, you're so hot.
Definitely looks like burned, more burnish kind of.
Yeah, like pretty horrific looking scars. But he's getting up. He's putting a white shirt on. He's like, oh, this guy's just like a salary man.
Right.
He's getting breakfast ready, and then you're like, oh, his daughter's there too. But then the relationship between them seemed kind of off because he makes her breakfast, like oatmeal, and she's like, did you use milk for this?
Right, yeah.
And he's like, yeah. He's like, well, mom used to just use soy.
And it's more than just the 16-year-old girl having a sarcastic relationship with her father. It's more estranged. Yeah,
it's like laced with resentment.
Yeah.
Right? But he's just like, you could tell like maybe this man, Aaron Eckhart's character Ben Logan, has a little bit of a job within that, because he's like, you want genetically modified like beans or like with oats. He's like, yeah. She's like, yes. But then they have a relationship where it's not like super hostile because they're still cordial, because she's like, hey, I'm getting an award tonight. You're going to come, right?
Right, yeah.
And he's like, yeah, well, I would have missed it for the award. I was like, all right, well, I got to go. My friend Sonia is here. And he's like looking out there, and he's like making sure she's getting in the car because, well, you don't know yet.
Right.
But no, he goes off to work. He brings coffee for the door guy.
Yep.
So, super nice.
He's the polite coworker.
Yeah, I think he's probably the boss. Not the boss of like the whole thing, but the boss of like the team.
Right.
That's like heading that office, right? And so and then like he's in the room with a woman named Mei Ling, which I was like, we gotta stop using Mei Ling. I feel like I hear it all the time in scripts. There's like different Asian names out there, guys. First of all, like X Ling out.
Right.
I don't want to hear Ling anymore in any freaking movie that's talking about an Asian girl. But no, she's looking at one of their devices, and she's like, hey, there's a patent on this, but we don't own the patent.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, here, note that down. So she writes it down on her palm, and they go about their presentations. And they're kind of going through all these products, like security things. He's like, look at this panel. If you smash it, the thing will lock down. But if you pour all these household chemicals in the right way,
right, yeah, you mix it with bleach, and then it kind of counters the lockdown agent, and then when you smash it, it just comes apart.
Yeah, so he's like, yeah, so we have to make something. Well, we'll develop something that's going to help it not be messed up by household items.
Right, right.
Like you're gonna need I don't know, liquid mercury and all these other like liquid nitrogen things you can't just buy at a Home Depot.
Right, right.
and like they even show like one where it's like an eye scan sensor or a retina scan, but then he's like, oh look, I'll just flash 50 different like eyes
in there, and then it's kind of like it brute force triggers it because it can't translate between the different eyes fast enough, and it just kind of hits all the little key parts.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Right.
And so like, yeah, and like they're like, okay, all right. So they go through this whole thing, and then Logan tries to talk to his boss.
Right.
He's like, hey, listen, like, one of the things that we're working on, there's a patent on it, but we don't own the patent, so I just need to know what's going on. Can we figure out what's happening with this one? Because, he's smart.
Right.
He's like, if there's a patent on something, that's kind of
iffy
territory.
Then it's, if we're supposed to be making these super secure locks, but we don't have a patent, then there's going to be open source files out, and people will be able to easily look up and be able to make it and play with it and figure out the weaknesses.
Exactly. But the boss is like, hey, man, don't worry about that. We'll table that. Just keep that between me and you.
Yep.
We'll talk about it tomorrow. But, hey, I need you to stay late tonight to do some stuff. And he's like, well, I got to go to my daughter's. And she's like, oh, come on, Ben.
Right.
And he's like, okay. So he's there pretty late night. It's creeping around the time that he has to be going to the award ceremony. One of his coworkers is like, Ben, like, go home, man. Like, don't worry about it. Everything's locked down and everything. And he's like, all right. So he packages up some file. He gives it to the door guy. He's like, hey, somebody's going to come in an hour. Can you give it to them? And then, close up. And so he's super late to his daughter. He makes it there, but it's like the ceremony's over.
Yeah, and she does end up winning. She's a photography.
Yeah, like a photojournalist or something like that. She has like little like themes and stuff. Like, so it's like surrealism. She called her photo essay like a homeland, and I thought it was just gonna be like pictures of the like White House.
Right.
But no, it's just like it's just like portraits and all that stuff, which is cool, But she like he runs into Sonia, and Sonia's like, oh well, she's actually hanging out with Nabib.
Right. Some of her friends.
Yeah, so he goes over to the little halal shop that they're hanging out at playing foosball, and he's like, it's time to go.
Right. He's polite about it.
Yeah, he's very polite.
He's just like, hey, I'm here. Yeah. And she's like, okay, I gotta go, guys. Okay, I guess better late than never. Right.
Yeah, she's not really happy with him at the moment because obviously he missed the award ceremony.
Right.
But he like as they're driving home, she's like, I'm hungry, and he's like, oh, Maylene made you some cookies.
Yep.
Which unfortunately had peanuts in them.
Right.
And so they had to spend the night in the hospital.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't know anything about me, dude.
Right. I came to this country. I left all my friends.
And you don't know anything that I like, And so, like, the funny thing about this whole movie is, like, throughout the whole time that, like, they're just trying to kind of mend the distance emotionally between them. So that's, like, a funny little thing that's happening. But he's like, hey, listen, I got to go to work real quick, and then I'll drop you off at school.
Yeah.
So
because he's like, I got to make sure the package that I left got picked up, and there's supposed to be something for me to pick up. Yeah. So we'll just quick stop by the office.
And then I'll drop you off. Unfortunately, when he gets there, it's empty.
Right. Like, empty.
Yeah, like it's like never even been there. And he's kind of like, what the frick is going on?
And she's like, Dad, did we come to the wrong floor?
I mean, if I was the daughter, I was like, do you actually work?
Right. Yep.
But he's like, okay, no, let's go to the headquarters, and we'll get this all sorted out because his BlackBerry stops working.
Right.
So he can't get a hold of that. So she's like, I gotta go to school. She's like, well, I guess you're off.
Yeah.
You're off today.
It's half day.
Yeah. Which, hey, as a kid, you're like, okay.
Right.
Okay. So they get to the headquarters, and he's like trying to talk. He's like trying to talk to the front desk lady. He's like, I'm looking for Bob Derrick. And she's like, there's no Bob Derrick in our system, sir.
Right.
And somehow he gets to talk to like the big guns of this company.
Well, right, because he's very insistent. He's like, no, I work for this company. I've worked here for like 6 months, and my boss's office is here. It was yesterday at least.
Oh, sorry. His name is Derek Kohler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, this guy's pretty insistent. So like, yeah, the big guns talk to him.
Right.
And they're like, oh, Mr. Logan, we just ran a background check on you. The last thing that's noted about you is you living in D.C. like 10 years ago.
Yep.
And before that, New Jersey. Ugh.
Right. And then there's just nothing between them and now.
And you keep telling us that you work for a subsidiary of ours, but there is no subsidiary in that.
Right. Yep.
In that city. So, and he was like, well, give me your phone. Like, I have all my emails. I have all my correspondence. I can show you. I can prove it to you. So he takes somebody else's BlackBerry, pops it in because, back then you could take out your battery.
Right. SIM card and battery.
Unfortunately, his phone is clear too.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, snap. Something is going down.
Something is amiss.
Right? So yeah, after that debacle, they go to the bank to look for his pay stubs.
Right. Yeah, because he's proved that he's got paychecks,
and his account is cleared.
Yeah, and they're like, we don't have any record of you having an account here.
Yeah. and so he's trying to figure something out, but then he runs into his coworker from last night who told him to go home.
Right. Yep.
But his daughter's like she's looking at her award check for 250 euros. And she goes up to her dad, but then now she notices that there's a gun on her dad.
Yeah, the coworker's got a gun.
Yeah. So they get back in the car, and he's like, "Damn it, Bill! Damn it, Ben! I told you should have just gone home.
Right.
You're supposed to go home.
Yeah,
go to your home." Sound like Adam Sandler. But it's funny though, because as Ben is driving, he's like, oh, hey, daughter, my lovely daughter of mine. Remember, I told you, Amy, you have to put your seatbelt on.
Right. Safety first.
Which is not great. Obviously, if you're, kidnapping somebody and you hear that, you're like, oh, I'm going to put my seatbelt on, too.
Yep.
Man, I don't know what it is about Aaron Eckhart and putting seatbelts on people. Remember he did that in Dark Knight? Yeah. And... totally flips this car over. Daughter's kind of hurt. She's got a little banged up, but thankfully she had the seatbelt.
Right.
But the two of them get out of the car, and Aaron Eckhart chokes this man to death.
Right. Yeah.
He's getting the information.
Right. He's trying to get some kind of information.
And his daughter's watching in horror as her dad kills a man.
Right. Because she's also like, oh, my dad's a bookworm.
I always love that trope. It's like a trope at this point.
Yeah.
Where your family doesn't know that you're a fucking secret agent.
Right.
And she starts kind of freaking out. She's like, oh my God, Dad, you killed somebody. He's like, come on, we have to go. We have to keep moving.
I'm like, there are jobs where, I know we live in Vegas and there's the test site. Yeah. And I know that there's people who are they know their parents work at the test site, but they have no idea because they're not allowed to talk about it.
It's all redacted.
Yeah.
You just imagine if you're trying to tell your family about it, but then they implant something inside of you that as you're talking about it, it's like. But after Aaron Eckhart completely demolishes this man, they pick out a key from him. And he's like, oh, I know where this locker is. Because every spy knows where every key goes.
Right. Oh,
they know codes, do decimal systems from different libraries, different friggin' locker, friggin' locks and keys. But in the meantime, too, his boss from the shell company, because that's what essentially they are, is getting a call from a CIA agent named Anna, and she's like, hey, where are you? And he's like, you said this wasn't going to happen. You said nobody was going to die, and everyone's dying.
Right. Yeah, we get a little that Aaron Eckhart was basically, they kind of he defected from the CIA.
Oh, no, he got decommissioned because he was insubordinate.
Yes. Yeah, so... Mm-hmm. And so that they basically were kind of like, well, we're not letting you back into the country. So you're out of the CIA, but you're also.
He got DiCaprio'd.
Yeah, right.
From Inception.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like where like a lot of the things kind of like are falling into place. Like, oh, this is like a undercover CIA op thing that's happening. That's what
Yeah.
you're thinking, right? And so as they go to the train station where the locker is, he's totally flipped his switch. He's like, all right, listen, corners are safe. When you're walking, keep your head down so the cameras don't see you because they need 6 seconds to be able to facial recognition you and all that stuff. And she's like, who the fuck are you?
Right. He's talking to some security guard in Russian, and she's like, how do you know Russian? He's
Well,
like, oh, no,
she doesn't say it, but like you can see it on her face, like, because like later that's one of their arguments. She's like, "You're like this is after the train station."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then she watches him move through this train station. First, he goes to the phone booth, pretending to make a call, and then he sees a crowd go, and he mixes in with the crowd.
Right.
So it's like very espionage type of situations, trying to move undetected. And she's watching this, and she's like, she even loses sight of him. She's like, "What the fuck is he? It's like fucking Waldo." But then she notices that the police have started to gather upstairs. And so she tries to like warn her dad and everything, but he's able to kind of he's able to grab her and mix her back into this crowd of Croatian
Right,
tourists.
because she's starting to get some attention paid to her because the security is like,
she's moving erratically.
Who's hiding?
Yeah. And he like mixes in this Croatian tour crowd, and she's speaking Croatian. And as they leave this place, she's like, "How do you know Russian and Croatian?
Yep.
What the fuck is going on?" He's like, "You don't have to know, baby doll." I don't know what fathers call their daughters, you know. Pumpkin, peanut. Why is peanut such a common nickname for like fathers giving it to their daughters and stuff?
It is common though. Yeah. It is common. Jelly bean, peanut, bug.
So yeah, but like no, Aaron Eckhart's able to take out a file that was in the locker, and it's a file on everybody that he ever worked with.
Yeah,
and even photos of him and his like daughter, his daughter back in the States with her grandfather.
Right.
And they're like, how do they even have that? It was like almost like a year ago.
Well, yeah, it was like
So
that's before I came out here.
Yeah, and he's like, Jesus, we're about to get scrubbed. She's like, I haven't taken a shower yet. No, just kidding. No, so they're like, they figure he's able to kind of locate Maylene, who was his, I think his closest, like his right hand person. She's in the morgue.
Yeah.
And as he's like checking the other, he's like the mortician or whatever, the coroner or the body examiner's like, yeah, I mean, his body just kept coming in like every hour. It was kind of crazy, man. It's dangerous out there, man. And as he's like opening up every body bag, it's all of his coworkers,
right?
And
he's all recognizable faces to him.
And he, you know, at this point, you kind of know he's a old agent,
right?
And he knows kind of what's going down.
Yeah, and so he's getting the idea that he was like, oh wow, because of the stupid peanut allergy, we ended up spending the evening in the hospital
and not at home.
And if we would have gone home when my friend was like, hey, it's 8, you should go home. Maybe it was because somebody was sitting in my house waiting for me.
You know, I don't know, man. I don't know. He's a black ops type of guy. I don't know if even if he went home, he would have been like, John Wick.
That's true. Yeah, right.
But no. But then, as they're getting out of the hospital, Louis, who is the doorman, is out there. And he notices this dude looks like the guy from The Hills Have Eyes.
A little bit, yep.
He has that lazy eye that's going on, and then they have this gunfight in this hospital. His daughter, like, ride or die. He's like, you're not gonna shoot my dad.
Oh, right. Yeah, she jumps into the scrap.
Yeah, but then she gets shot in the arm.
Yeah, just a little nick. A little nick.
But the Aaron Eckhart like empties out the clip.
Oh yeah, this guy. Right. Yeah, you shot my daughter. I'm gonna be stabbing you with the scissors until you fall down, and then I'm gonna take your gun and shoot you till you are unrecognizable.
Yeah, I would have done one shot to the head and then like emptied out the clip on his penis. That way he walks around the afterlife with no penis. How dare you? They hauled up in this like halal restaurant. He's like cleaning her wounds in there, and he's like, "Come on, this is gonna sting, but you know, stop being a baby." But she, at this point, she kind of figures out you're something. You're not like a bookworm. You're
right. There's something.
You're fighting. You speak other languages.
You're not telling me, yeah.
And he's trying to keep the information that he's trying to divulge with her super limited, but she's pretty upset about this whole situation.
Right.
Like she's like, there's too many secrets.
Right.
Yeah, so we cut away to the CIA where they're having a board meeting, and they're like, Anna, Ben Logan is your agent.
Right.
And
it's no secret that you guys were philandering. An item at one point.
But he's already killed two of our good, like, you know, our top agents.
Right.
You know, so what's going on? I'll figure this out. It
out. And you know, you as the audience, you're getting the idea that there's a separation between her loyalty and the CIA. But at this point, the CIA is like, hey, we know that he was like Black Ops, and he was like an expert at
everything,
at like locks and breaking into places and stuff. And secret documents got stolen. So he's like our number one suspect. So we want you to go in there and wrangle him because we think he's the covert op.
He's red.
Yeah.
He's retired, extremely dangerous.
Exactly.
And so she books a first class flight to Brussels to head this whole situation. Meanwhile, they're like, we got to get out of the city. And so after like this heartfelt like conversation he has with his daughter at a diner, she calls Nabib.
Yep.
Who's like, her brother can sneak us out of the city. And the brother is kind of like, I don't do criminals.
Right.
And he's like, we're not criminals. They're just very something circumstances.
Yeah, just misunderstanding.
Yeah. And you know, kind of like tugs a little bit at the heartstrings. So he's like, okay, I'll help you. And so they like sneak away with like a bunch of refugees.
Right.
Or just, you know, illegal immigrants or something like that. Right. To take him to a different city to set them all up. And he's like, we only need his family members, cause he's like, hey, listen, you guys can only be here for 2 days. You guys can stay in the kids' room.
Right, and that'll be how long it takes us to get the paperwork and stuff so we can sneak you out of the country.
Exactly, right? But they still have to investigate, right? They kind of want to clear everything out.
Right.
And so, what's it called? They go to a realty. Like, they look up the patent that he got from Mei Ling's hand.
Yes.
And they find out it's from the Halstead company, which this is the Halstead company is an overlying theme throughout the movie. You see it like in like news, in the news thing.
Right, and there's kind of this like side subplot where there was a big ship that sank, and then they went down under like questionable circumstances. So there's like these lawsuits about all the people who had family who were on that ship trying to, get their comeuppance.
But Aaron Eckhart or Ben Logan doesn't have a clue about that. You know, he's like kind of closed himself off with like any type of political affairs, right?
Yeah.
But so like his daughter's able to kind of talk to the realtor. He's like, hey, like listen, there was like this space, and they shelled out at 6 months and everything. So he's like, are you Sherlock Holmes? She's like, pretty good.
Right, yeah. It's a genetic.
So they go to this office space that was that used to be owned by Derek Kohler.
Right.
And so he's looking, and he's like, hey, we need a minute. He steals a phone from downstairs, and the phone is still hooked up.
Yeah.
And he's able to find out where Derek is, and he's at this hotel. right? He's been moving in the dark, trying to unload these documents because he was able to open the container with Aaron or Ben Logan's like techniques.
Right. Yep. And then you start to the little pieces of the picture start coming together, the puzzle.
Yeah.
You're like, that's why there was no patents on these locks, because they were locks that they had picked up to try to figure out how to break into, and they brought him in as like hey, figure out how to break these so that we can make them better, so that we could be a good security company. And they were actually like just playing him to figure out how to break these. Actually, just get into them.
So he leaves his daughter in the lobby.
Yep.
But all of a sudden, Anna is there because someone from the CIA was like, "Hey, this office made a call to this hotel."
Yep.
And so they'll figure that out. Ben Logan is fucking up Derek Kohler. He's like, give me the news. Give me the information that you got. His daughter is able to get up there before Anna and her agents are.
Right.
And she pulls the fire alarm.
Yeah, because again, she's. Well, it was at the very beginning. She's badass. Like,
yeah, she's smart. You know,
yeah, she's like, oh, my dad's in trouble. I got to get up there, warn him.
Yeah, she's like a street smart type of kid, you know. But then when she goes into the room, her dad has a gun to this guy's mouth.
Yeah.
But he's like, kill me. My family will be taken care of. And then he forces Ben to kill him. And he he hugs his daughter and is like, sorry, you weren't supposed to see that.
Right. You weren't supposed to see it again.
Yeah. And they make their way out of this hotel, but then they get confronted by Anna as she was chasing them throughout the hotel. And they're at this parking garage. And he's able to like Batman his way behind her.
Right.
And the daughter is able to kind of distract them with like honking all these different keys, and is able to get a car. But then like as he's like kind of inching towards the car, him and Anna have like this moment. It's like sexually charged.
Right.
Like there's a second where they're just like, yeah, we're just gonna start fucking, right? So Amy's like, what the fuck was that?
Right. And is that also when she's like, you used to be part of the death squad, you can't just walk away?
Well, that's like that's where she's like, yeah, you were a kill squad.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Amy's pissed off about a lot of things. She's like, you were in a kill squad. I think you fucked that girl.
Right.
And she's like zooming through residential like at 100 miles per hour. But she ends up running away from him because he doesn't want to tell her the secrets.
Right.
Because he's like, I never wanted you to find out about the things that I've done.
Right. Yeah. Some of it I couldn't tell you. Some of it just better. Yeah.
It's better.
There's only 10% of the kids who are like, "Oh, my dad kills people." Awesome. The rest of them would be like, "Holy crap,
my dad's a murderer."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, it's better that you think I'm like a bookworm,
right?
That that helps doing locks and stuff than you knowing that I'm a professional cleaner.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But then she ends up. In the meantime, the one of the people that works for Halstead, he's like, don't worry, I've hired a professional. And it's like this like Gene Reno, like great value looking guy.
It totally that's who, when I first saw it, I thought who it was too.
Yeah, the professional Leon. No, he ends up killing Nabib's brother and wife. It leaves the daughter there, and Nabib is like super pissed about this, right? Yeah. Obviously, his brother and his fucking sister-in-law just got murdered, and his niece had to watch it.
Right.
So she'll be an assassin in the future. And so she ends up getting kidnapped by this this knockoff John Reno.
Right.
And then Aaron Eckhart, he goes back to the Nabib's like family's home, and she's also been murdered.
Right. Yes.
So he runs away from the situation, but he runs into Nabib, and he's like, people are killing my family, bro. The fuck?
And he also realizes that's where his daughter would have gone, so he's certainly under the assumption that his daughter has been picked up by
by this thing. And then like he's cracked open the mechanism or the container and he sees all the Halstead information about like the ship sinking.
Yeah.
Jesus, Peter Piper shit over here.
And he realizes it's
a corporation that's doing all this.
Right, but it's also they're also transporting
illegal arms.
Yeah, arms to small countries, like to fund their civil wars.
Yeah, to spread democracy.
Yeah.
But and so he like talks to Nabib because Nabib is super fucking pissed and he's like, they've taken my daughter. And he's like, oh no, the power of vagina is gonna make me forget about my brother's death. Okay, I'll help you. I'll help you, my girlfriend's dad. I was like super mad about that. I was like, you can't just be automatically on board now.
Right.
Like, you should still be mad at them because of how much heat was on them.
Right. There's dead bodies.
Yeah, there's so many dead bodies.
Relatives. That's.
But no, so they end up kind of going into some hideout that Nabib has, and Aaron Eckhart just from household items makes Claymore or C4.
Some kind of plastic explosive.
Meanwhile,
when he first starts doing it, it's like coffee filters and stuff, and I'm all like, this is like the most extensive coffee he's. Like, what? I need some serious caffeine.
Coffee bro. He's a coffee bro, yeah. The only thing is missing is a handlebar mustache. Meanwhile, we get clips of the Halstead like CEO. He's like talking to the members of the grieving family. He's like, my bad.
Right.
And like obviously there's like a settlement that's been reached.
Yeah.
There's another like person, like a liaison between him and like Anna. And Anna's super pissed about everything that's happening. She's like, you're blowing up my shit. You're gonna fuck up my career. Like, how are you supposed to have a person on the inside when you're gonna pretty much blacklist me?
Yeah, and he's the one who was like, well, he started to ask about patents, so we just figured we gotta shut everything down. We figured out how to open the locks. That's what we needed.
I know, but it's just like, because he's like, why would you put him on here? And she's like, well, you wanted it done fast, and Ben is the fastest.
Yeah.
He's like the, greatest locks, cleaner in the CIA history right now.
Right, yep.
So, but he's like, he's coming after you, and you're gonna die, bro.
Yeah, so you gotta let me talk to him, because if I can talk him down, then at least...
Yeah, take the heat off of you guys and all this, but they're like, nah, no loose ends.
Yep.
and so Aaron Eckhart is like, okay. So he sees like whatever freaking Biggs. He sees Biggs. He hands him a cell phone in the crowd of reporters, and then he talks to him. He's like, hey, you have my daughter. I have your documents. I want my daughter back.
Right.
But he rigs this suitcase.
Yeah.
With explosives to trade for his daughter.
And he sets it. It's the smart setup. He knows what he's doing. It's the first time you open it, it doesn't trigger it. It just primes it.
Yeah,
so the second time that activates things.
But like, honestly, this is probably like the most cleanest trade I've ever seen in a movie. Because like the daughter comes with the fake Jean Reno,
right?
And then Nabib comes in his motorcycle and he like hugs her and he's like, you run out of here as fast as possible. Right.
Oh yeah, because they kind of give him that ultimatum too. They're like, okay, well, we're changing. Pray I don't change the deal any further. They're like, we're only one of you guys can leave, so we'll allow your daughter to leave. She doesn't know anything, but now you have to stay. You're now with us.
Yeah, you're too dangerous to let loose. Oh, loosey goosey. And so so that's the deal. And obviously the daughter's super crying. She's like, my dad is super badass, but now he's gonna die.
Right.
And so yeah, and so they zoom off.
But then as they're getting ready to leave after,
Whoa, hold on. Because like after the daughter leaves, right?
yeah,
Biggs opens the case, and then Aaron Eckhart's like face is like, oh, because you never know.
but it's true. Yes, yeah,
No, and then
right, yeah. So then you hear him like tell John Reno, yeah, give her a week, and then take care of her and her grandfather where she's living.
oh, that's so messed up. But yeah. So as they get into like their SUVs and stuff, Ben is like, "Oh hey, I forgot this paper."
Right. Oh yeah, because it was the list of names because he had pulled that out when he was doing his investigating on trying to locate people.
So Gene Reno gets out of his car and he like knocks on the window, opens it up. He's like, "Hey, he forgot to put this one." First of all, how do you forget? You know what I mean? But he's like, "Here you go," and it's like the list of names. And then so Biggs, he's like, "Well, I have to check the rest of these documents. I didn't check all of them."
Right. I just opened up and made sure the file was in there.
Yeah. Pretty much it was the envelope with the sticker on it.
Yeah.
That's all he checked. So they open it. This thing explodes. Kills the liaison. Kills Biggs. He should have known it was a trap.
Right.
And kills the fake Gene Reno.
Clean sweep. Takes them all out.
Takes all the... I mean, it doesn't take down the organization because, they're still bored.
Right, yeah.
But it takes care of, like, the immediate problems.
And earlier we forgot that...
Anna.
Anna, what?
Yeah. She was going to go trade the daughter, but then she had a, a change of heart.
Right.
But she ends up getting stabbed by fake Gene Reno.
Yeah.
Which I was like, she's too fine to die.
And she was pushing. She was getting a little pushy.
Yeah.
She was getting a little, I want my money.
Yeah.
I'm taking care of this, but I want my money. Kind of.
She's like, I want to be done.
Yeah, we don't want no greedy people on our team.
Yeah.
So we're already going to be taking you out.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's very, what was that movie with Hannibal Lecter from the TV show? God, what's that dude's name? That Austrian actor.
Yes.
It was like very much like that, where he was an assassin that retired and he was supposed to get like 50 mil or something like that. And they kill him. Yeah, no. So Amy's at the airport. They're doing the tearful goodbyes. She kisses Nabib.
Right. Yep.
And everything, and long distance never works out, but trauma bond. And she's just like she's
still a high school student. If she was in college, she would have just been like, we're going together, or I'm staying with you.
Or we'll just go somewhere else in Europe, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But no, she's she's in the airport. She's doing the long stairs out of the thing.
Right.
Her dad, who she figures has just now died. But then all of a sudden, there's like a theme in the whole thing, or like there was a little name that they used, which was like the master of espionage. That was under Derek Kohler's name for his shell company. And so like when she was about to board the plane, they called that name out on the standby list.
Yes.
And she finds out her dad is still alive. They have like this,
so she doesn't board the plane.
Yeah, and they have like this hug and everything, and then the movie just ends there, which I was kind of like, no, I need
it's very foreign film. For some reason,
it's like an Inception.
Yeah, American films always kind of have a little like wrap up, but I always remembered that with like Jackie Chan movies. I used to really love Jackie Chan, and Jet Li movies. Just watched a ton of them, but always their endings like super abrupt. It's like we kill the bad guy, boom, credits roll. Like there's no.
Especially Jackie Chan movies, it all ends up with him like singing the end credits.
Like he never kisses the girl at the end. It's always like, oh, good, I saved the girl, and credits roll. Like there's never.
Never. Yeah, I don't need like a lot. I was just like. Did they like end up staying together, or did they get on the plane? If they just gave me that, like they walked one way or the other,
right, yeah,
that would have been enough for me. Like it doesn't have to be in depth, but the movie just ends there. So let's get into our other section: high star, low star.
So we got a 10 out of 10. Awesome. I watched this movie over the weekend on demand. It was awesome. I can't wait to watch it again. I can't tell you I can't tell you my favorite part. No, wait, I think I will. My favorite part is where the guy's daughter uses the car keys to distract the woman and the two goons. Then when she unlocks the last car, she runs into it and drives it even though she's 15. What I don't get is why did the producers and directors think it was okay to shoot the girl? Granted, she was grazed, but still, why? There's a scene in
Where's the sense?
Where's the sense in shooting a 15-year-old girl? I repeat, awesome movie, and I can't wait to see it again.
That was the only 10 out of 10. And then we have 1 out of 10. Well filmed, but hire some better writers. This was well filmed on location, but what fizzled it was a nothing story about an evil corporation smuggling arms. None of it was very believable nor set up as exciting. The father-daughter was a typical Hollywood PC stuff to attract a larger audience. It was also a non-ending chase with what is it? A non-ending?
A never-ending?
Yeah, there you go. That's the right. It was also a never-ending chase with no development of story or characters. These movies must be really expensive and hard to make. Why not hire some better writers? Skip the father-daughter stuff too. That's like the heart of the film.
Yeah, right.
The on-site non-stop action was beautiful, but doesn't draw you into anything. Do not recommend except as some sort of video chase background noise. Yeah, I could see the 1 out of 10, like the reasonings in there.
Right.
And that's kind of what made the recap a little bit harder.
Yeah, but like you at the end, he's even like, don't watch this. I can't recommend it unless you're going to just have it on as background. So you're already saying, but it does have a little bit of quality, if you're going to have it on as a background. So that warrants at least a 3. Like you negated yourself.
Yeah, you can't 1 out of 10, but you're like, it is decent background noise.
Right. 1 out of 10 is like the people who, and when you're like 15 minutes in, I walked out. You don't know if it got any better. Can't give it a 1. Like you're invalid. You're like, I wanted to walk out 15 minutes in, and I sat through the rest. And at the end, I was mad at myself for not leaving 15 minutes in. Terrible 1,
Dog water.
Right, more justified.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I could see it like that's what kind of made the recap a little bit harder because there was very small amounts of development. Character development between our two main protagonists with Ben and Amy. It would have been nice to get a little bit of that in there. I don't think it would have diluted or like it wouldn't have slowed down the pacing of the movie because they could have done that while on the run.
Right.
You got to give like little tidbits here and there to sort of show how they're developing the relationship or trying to mend the relationship. I think that would have been fine.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it is a very fast-paced movie. It's almost very reminiscent of that one Jason Statham movie, Crank.
Yeah. I mean, if you want an action movie, it's not boring.
Yeah.
The action's good. The fight scenes are good. The acting is pretty decent. Yeah, I mean,
Aaron Eckhart, I don't think I've ever seen him be bad.
Right. I mean, like you're not picking this up because you're like, hey, I want to look for a heartwarming father-daughter movie about how they create a relationship, and if it's got some action, even better. You're not watching that for this. That's you know better. You know better.
Yeah, I think what really saved this was like the fight scenes for me. Like seeing him do some secret agent shit.
Right.
The espionage stuff where he snuck around the train station.
And
that was really cool.
And he's a weirdly realistic, like retired secret agent because it's not like you look at Jason Statham and you're like, oh, that guy can kick some ass. They picked him because he looks like the part.
Yeah.
This guy, like, he could pull off I'm the pencil pusher for the CIA.
Yeah.
Like, and then when he's kind of a badass, it's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's because he has that strong jaw.
Right.
He has a strong jawline, so it kind of makes him look. It's very devious. What do they call it? He's like a sleeper build.
Right.
Like, you don't know how dangerous this guy can be.
And I really like that like, at the end, of course, he kills the bad guys. But, spoiler. But it's not, the thing that irks me in movies is you're like, I'm the bad guy, or I'm the good guy, but I got framed to be the bad guy, and I'm going to kill a bunch of good guys to clear my name, but those good guys are trying to
do their job.
Just do their job because they think I'm the bad guy. So I'm still a murderer because I killed a bunch of people who were trying to do the right thing.
Well, you could look at it as self-defense. You were just defending yourself while trying to clear your name.
So it's like, yeah, it's always like the prison movies. You're like, I got wrongfully put into prison, so I'm going to kill a bunch of prison guards to escape. You're like, those are prison guards. They're doing their job. They're trying to keep the criminals in jail. Killing them that's not clearing your name.
But see, I think they've kind of remedied that because that was a very much I think a thing, right? Where people are like, they're just doing their jobs. That's why I think in a lot of movies, even in the 80s now too, they try to portray like prison guards as like assholes. So it makes it easier for you to digest. Like, well,
you still shouldn't kill them, but yeah.
But
at least you feel. At least when they get like tased in the groin, you're like, haha, you deserve that. Still shouldn't kill them. Kill the definite bad guys, not the people who are protecting the bad guys because they think they're doing the right thing.
I think that's why they've started portraying like prison guards as like heinous people too.
Right.
Like, you should probably be behind bars too, man. You're a terrible person.
He does a great job. He doesn't kill anybody who doesn't deserve killing.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of his kills were pretty justified.
Yeah, I'm like, he kills the guy who takes him hostage at the beginning. He kills the.
I would say more that he kills the guy who takes him hostage to go get him murdered.
Right. Yes. and his daughter's there. Like, I'm like, you don't want to kill somebody in front of your daughter, but just you pump things up a little bit. Somebody kidnaps you, tries to kill your daughter, like in front of your daughter. That you have a little more justification to.
Yeah, he kills the guy who nicked his daughter.
Oh, right. Yeah.
With the gun.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah, he deserved a little extra killing.
Obviously, he kills the car filled with all the corrupt people, like the liaison and the CEO and the hired gun.
Then they are the obvious, and then there's no way to really take them down. They just got the paperwork. They got the proof that they are bad guys. Yeah.
See, like would have been good too. A little bit for me was like if he had like scanned all the documents and put them up online.
I was totally thinking like, why wouldn't he have done that?
Exactly. It's so like just like small little things where like it doesn't really have to take away from the pacing because you can kind of cut it in. Like him like as he's meeting up for the exchange, he tells Nabib like, hey, scan all these, release it to the public.
Right. Oh yeah. Even if it was just like, hey, if I don't
make it out. No, even then, if I make it out, because you still want to like put the truth out there,
right?
I mean, that's not really his main goal, but it's just like, let me shut down this fucking evil corporation. That's like, this guy's bad. His board is probably bad too, and they'll probably try to come after me as well.
Right.
So you might as well take these people out of power.
Yeah.
And so like, just like super small things like that could have made the ending a little bit better. It's not like the full American style closure, And you're like, oh, and then they set up a fucking bagel shop in fucking whatever.
Right.
And his daughter become, it's like the freeze frame with the text on it and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
It doesn't have to be like that. It's just been cool to see a little, because you kill, what's it called? It's not like he's not, even though he's like the head of the snake technically, he's still not the head of the snake.
That's true. There's always, or if he is the head, he's on a board of directors that is
now someone else is just gonna take over, and still want to cover it up,
right. So yeah, I'm like, you gotta go with this one that he's more like, you were the one who directly was involved with taking my daughter, so you were dying because of that.
Yeah,
and really only because of that.
And the guy is super. Yeah, he was the minimal amount of screen time that Biggs had. He was like a terrible human being. He's like, oh, I need to get out of this backwater country, this country that's had hundreds of years of history and architecture and
let's get back to Texas.
Yeah, let's go back to Texas. Give me some brisket. No, he said he was going back to Chicago. Let's go back to Chicago.
Oh, was it Chicago?
Yeah, an Italian dip and fucking deep dish pizza.
I was like an old white man. He's going to Texas.
Warren Buffett. Yeah, some fucking, blue state or whatever.
Right. He's Ross Perot.
Yeah.
So that's a dig back for you old folks.
Oh, man. But, yeah, we're coming up to our hour, so I want to thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out all of our other months. We have a bunch out there for you. We have months where we talk about aliens. We talk about live adaptations for animes and video games. We have...
There's superhero movies that aren't done by Marvel and DC.
Yeah, Spaghetti Man.
Yes!
That's...
magic and astronomy and whatever. We got a little everything. Musicals.
Yeah, we're pretty much like I want you guys to think of us like the your video store guys.
Absolutely.
So we're always like, check out this movie. I think you'll like it.
We're your Randall and Dante.
Yeah. Which one's the blonde one? Is that Randall?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you could be Dante because you have the goatee.
I'm a little less bitchy than him.
Yeah, at least he hooks up with Rosario Dawson.
That is true.
Yeah, ass to mouth. Yeah, because I could see myself being a little Randall, especially when he was that one bit he did in Clerks 2 where they were talking about Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars.
Yes.
That's definitely me with that. I will never understand the love, the die-hard love of Lord of the Rings. I can't. I watched those movies once, and that was like for me enough.
Right.
Have you had multiple runs?
Yeah. I bought them and then I watched them. I watched them in the theater and then I bought them and I watched them and that's about it. I always thought. Sorry, it's a little side story. Biggest slap in the face ever was Lord of the Rings movie come out. You get the DVD the day it came out, and you open it up, and there's your DVD, and right next to it is a little advertisement that was like, "Hey, just so you know, in 3 weeks, the super extended director's cut is coming out." And I'm like, you don't see that till you open it. So, it's just like, hey, you bought the movie, prepare to buy it again, jerk.
Exactly.
I was like,
you know what I'm saying?
that is, nope. So then I didn't buy the next ones till
the box sets.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do our reviews in 4 different sections. We have Stream It, DVD, Blu-ray, and Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at for this one?
I might go Blu-ray with this. I feel like this had some decent rewatch value, and kind of like the guy said, it's like, hey, this is a good background movie, because you could throw it on anytime that you stop and look at the TV. Action's happening.
Yeah, they're still running.
Yeah, and especially if once you've seen it once, you don't necessarily have to sit down and explore the story further.
You're not going to miss anything.
Right. There's just constant action. So, yeah, definitely a great background movie. But, yeah, no, I think it's good for a watch. It's probably a fun movie you could share. It's clean enough that, like, yeah, you can go youngster.
Yeah, you
could
know,
watch this.
besides like the knife attack, and like even that could be like a lesson. See what happens when you run with knives,
right?
Or run with scissors,
right? Yeah, you're no overly bloody, no overly cursing, no nudity.
Yeah, unfortunately, would have loved to see Anna. You know, me, I don't know if I go Blu-ray for this. I think I would go DVD. I think it is like Aaron Eckhart, like I said, very. It was just like a very Nicolas Cage type of career. If he did some comedy, man, I might slot him right next to Nick Cage.
Right? I could see that.
His filmography is kind of all over the place. It's like, here's a foreign film, here's the indie film, here's like a major picture where he's playing a lawyer or something like that.
Right.
Or he's freaking I Frankenstein. I think I Frankenstein was kind of what killed him in Hollywood. Because it didn't do as well. I really
enjoyed Die Frankenstein.
Yeah, but that's because it was a B movie with a blockbuster budget.
That's true. I do really enjoy that in the movie.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. I think if maybe they tried it now, it might do a little bit better. Because it was during a time where it was kind of like still hit or miss. I mean, the Marvel movies were already coming out. But like to do like this monster type of movie was kind of like,
Right.
Because even like Hellboy 2 didn't do as well as Hellboy 1.
And
all that stuff. And even the reboot. And I think that was more because, Guillermo del Toro's not doing this, so I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, I would put this at DVD. Like, I think it's, you could share it with people. You're like, hey, you love Thanks for Not Smoking. And I was like, I think that's somebody else. Well, like, he loved it anyway. So Aaron Eckhart is kind of like that guy, Dennis Leary.
Right. Hey, and if you're a streamer, Tubi's got this.
For free.
Tubi got you.
Oh, man, Tubi has everyone's back. Tubi is like the new digital age of the VHS store. They have a bunch of weird movies on there that you're kind of like, I can watch whatever. It's on there. But no, thank you guys for joining us. Make sure to check out all the links down below where we have our socials. Our
Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, YouTube.
It's all on there.
We're out there in the social world.
Yeah, on the HTTPS, Someone's gonna be like, no one's ever described the internet like that. On the dubs. No, but
the interwebs.
Yeah, the dub squared. Or is that no? Dub squared is two W's, right? I don't know. But thank you guys for joining us. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check it out as a theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage. It's on our album Music Podcast 3, and our Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.